So now, if you're Zimbabwean, you need to know that it is the elite that keep Itim Mnangagwa in power. It is the educated people, the people with money, people with education. They use their education not to teach the government on how to take care of the environment, how to reduce unemployment, how to create industries. You see, they know all of those things because they went to Harvard and to Oxford and Cambridge. They were taught those things. They know economics. But hey, guess what they do when they get to Harare? No, they teach ED how to come up with laws that oppress people. Let's take a look at Professor Jonathan Moyo. The guy knows every English word in the dictionary, even the words that the Oxford dictionary writers do not know yet. He already knows them. But look, what did he advise Robert Mugabe? Public order Ndoni Act, so that people will not be allowed to talk while they are stealing and eating, wheeling and dealing and creating fake oppositions like Triple C led by Nelson Chamisa, so that the people of Zimbabwe can be always staying in hope that this coming election, Chamisa is going to win. He won't win, and then he will lose and go to court. You know the story. And then 5 years again, this coming election, you must go and vote. If you want to see that those lawyers at Triple C are a group of fake, fake gang of fake. I was gonna use another word which I'm not going to use. You will see them, they are so busy wanting people to vote. You know, one way of identifying a fake Triple C lawyer, okay, a fake Triple C gold mafia, they are ever talking about election, and they want to make as if these elections are really what we need in order to be free. No, they know very well that the election mantra is to make you to be caught up in these elections which they have rigged, so that they can control you, they can control the narrative. And then the idea of Chamisa Chete Chete is also another control mechanism, such that opposition in Zimbabwe, opposition to the oppressive nature of our government, can only be expressed through this Chete Chete, which is theirs. They are Chete Chete, this gold mafia. These are very, I'm talking about educated people here, psychologists, people who've got masters in psychology, people who know how to control masses. So they come up with this mantra kuti Chamisa Chete Chete mkomana ngapinde, but mkomana wacho mkomana wabo. If we take a look at the track record of Mkomana Wacho for the past 7 years, it's terrible. Whereas Chamisa opposed, anyway, he just tweets and he eats money. That's all that he does. And so these Zimbabweans, because show you scholar, man, Zimbabwe, show you scholar of this educated Zimbabweans. They are the ones who are eating the money, and they're not even eating it in Zimbabwe. They're here in Cape Town, they're in UK, USA, eating money, and while the rest of the country is suffering. And when I'm talking like this, they are saying, Benga, because they think that governance position is for them to benefit. Now, here's the thing. A friend of mine was saying to me, well, even you, when you get to government, and then when they give you money, you will benefit and keep quiet. Why should you care about other people? I will tell you why you should care about other people. Because that position in of governance or influence the government was created for by us, the people, for the people. So once you get there and you subvert the original plan of the people of having a central power that is able to dish out resources to us in a much more equitable way. If you get there and you begin to dish out everything to yourselves, you are committing a crime against humanity. The crimes against humanity in Zimbabwe is perpetuated by the educated class, the elite class, Triple C included. You see, and this whole mantra of blaming ZANU-PF as if Triple C is the opposition is part of their system, part of their clever system of making you think that there is actually a real opposition. There is no real opposition in Zimbabwe. Okay, at least the opposite people who are opposing me, like I'm an opposition person in Zimbabwe, a real one, but nobody listens. Do you know why nobody listens? Because the educated class of Zimbabwe who control the mass media, Do you know what they do? In their media, they only promote their Chamisa, their triple C opposition because that's the one that they control. The other people who are really opposing, who are not part of the gold mafia, they are not given airtime. You never see them on TV. So all of those Zim I, all of those opposition, supposedly opposition medias, they're not opposing. The opposing is fake. It's just all fakery. You understand what I'm talking about? You see, so that is why, even on YouTube, even on Twitter Spaces, the opposition guys are not really opposing. They are just part of the gold mafia. It's the same thing. That is why there's no uprising in Zimbabwe. The uprising is suppressed because the people of Zimbabwe think that the opposition is up there for them. You know, Zimbabwe, Chamisa is going to deal with them. Chamisa ever dealt with anything. Okay, if you say, but he's afraid. If he's afraid, then he must stop leading us. He must stop leading the opposition because he's afraid. And let someone like me lead because I'm not afraid of eating Nangam. Let me tell you, Nangam, touch me if I give you will see the Holy Spirit rise from heaven. He will show you and your snake what God is. Holy is God. Don't play. This is the last. I've been telling it. This is his last year. And that is a promise to Zimbabwe. This is a year that we're all going to be free. Enough is enough of this life and son of and triple C nonsense.